Yeah. When you do the tape, are you gonna do?
I can do just one.
You can do one.
I'll do one.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Alright, we all good to go?
Mm-hmm.
Think so.
In 5, 4, 3, 1.
What do you know about that, Will?
Y'all
That was fun.
y'all
No,
can
no,
say
that
some
was-
stuff. I'm doing something here.
So my name is Will Ross. This is Bass Jam.
I'm also Will Ross.
I'm Duck Ryan, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm Duck Ross. This is Will Ryan and Dunaway George. What?
Yeah.
You?
Welcome to Bass Jam, everybody.
Yeah, you were playing at the Pilot Light the other day, and there was your name on the sign was Diane Runaway.
Diane Runaway.
That's so funny because I've never it's right there, and I've never.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Who were you playing with at the Pilot Light with?
With my girlfriend Summer, we were doing a free improv duo.
That sounds so
It
sick.
It was pretty fun.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah.
Your voice sounds so much crispier than ours.
It sounds weird.
Is it the gain, maybe?
Yeah. Probably. Check. Hey, I fixed the game a little.
Sounds a little better.
We're also live on Instagram, right?
No, we're just being recorded. We're gonna put that on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. I am the mysterious hand.
But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. This has been the first live Bass Jam in a while. I've been playing reruns lately.
Yeah, we were supposed to do it last week, but we had to reschedule. But we're here live and alive in the studio now.
Yep, up in the Sun Sphere.
Yeah.
So Blind House. This
Yeah.
is we've kind of been in here on the show before. George wasn't here.
We had Proto-Blind House in here.
Proto Blind House.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the party, George.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
What's your last name and where'd you come from? Why are you doing this? Why do you care about us?
Well, you know, you guys are pretty cool. It's a good.
And I want to know your last name. I'll just get that.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Secrets.
George Secrets.
My name is George Collier.
George Collier.
Or Collier, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
We're debating, my wife and I debating on how to pronounce our last name. We're like, you know, we could go with what everybody's told us, or we could just make something up.
I like the new wave millennial thing that people are doing where they like combine their last names to make a whole new last name.
I would have taken Kelly's last name. Kelly's last name is Rice. I'd be like, yeah,
George Rice.
That sounds awesome.
Georgie Rice.
Rice here, is that what you mean?
Collie Rice.
Cauliflower rice.
Cauliflower rice.
Collier could be Collier.
Coulier, yes.
Coulier.
Coulier.
Jorge Coulier.
Everybody's favorite impressionist from the early 90s.
Mm. I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh.
What's the first one?
That's a good question.
Oh man.
I'll tell you mine.
Because I just did karaoke last night and it was a lot of fun and I want to keep doing it.
Mine's always Use Me Up, Bill Withers.
That's a good
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
What about you, Ryan?
I haven't done it in a while, but I've been wanting to do Breeze Blocks by Alt J so I can do the voice.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I have the most recent one I did in memory, and it is All the Single Ladies by Beyonce.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
I did When It Rains It Pours by George Combs, Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, nice.
I like him.
I'll
That's
tell
what
you.
happened to George Jones and Luke Combs got married.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what always impresses me is at a karaoke though, when you see somebody do like a George Jones song and they have that voice, that hurry, which
And brought
you got
me
it.
back. Yeah.
Duck is one of the few people I know who just naturally has it.
I'll sing some George Jones every now and again. One of he's got a tune called Bartender's Blues. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
I like the Love Bug.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's just such a cutesy song.
Yeah, everything that he did with Tammy Wynette, like I love those like old tapes of them like playing at the Opry and stuff, and you could tell that they just absolutely hated each other at the time, but they were playing nice on stage.
There's something magical about that.
I know, right? Just two people that used to bang each other, but now like are forced to be in a band.
Yeah, let's you get like Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If you guys can think of any other like exes in bands that like created drama, because I'm thinking of the White Stripes, but they were like cool with each other, right? Like they made it work.
Were they not brother and sister?
No,
were
they were married. Yeah,
because I
they
think
were also brother and
No,
sister.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew
They
it was
started,
after.
yeah, they started the brother and sister
I saw it in
rumor
his
and it
eyes.
freaked people out.
Yeah,
And they would like kiss on stage or something.
That's funny.
Incest jokes.
Mm.
Ha, ha, ha.
What about incest?
Incest? That's even more illegal.
We don't even know about that.
Yeah, that's so illegal that you can't even like imagine what it is.
So if y'all are just tuning in, we got Blind House up here live in the Sun Sphere on Bass Jam with Will Ross. We're brought to you by Hutch and Howard. No, not anymore. We're brought to you by Raven Records. Raven Records, and
You're doing great.
yeah,
You're doing
hang
great.
in there. Brought to you by Raven Records and Union Place Bar and Grill.
Ooh.
We still haven't played there.
We can.
We need to.
We will. I
'Cause
just saw Aaron the other day, the guy who books it.
Yeah, we're running out of gigs. We've got like maybe 2 more before we don't have any more books, so we need to jump on the.
Speaking of which is the next one?
I would have to.
It's Saturday,
Saturday, right?
the 15th at Social.
The Social Dove,
Yeah.
yeah. Our good buddy Cody Bauer does the booking there, and he booked us that gig a little while ago. He plays with us sometimes too.
Yeah.
I like that gig because I think your fiddle will pull people in off the street.
Dude, we played there several times. Like when you played with us there one time. It was like it's actually really good for people just coming off the street. I
Yeah.
remember, like,
Probably
That's-
the best in town.
yeah, honestly, like, it's.
That's the cool thing about that bar is if you're good enough, you can just pull them off the
And we
street.
did, like, which was really cool. People came in and like really were digging what we were doing. Have you ever been there, George? The Social Dove? It's like right next to the train tracks in the old city.
Uh-huh.
And you'll get the Wayward train every now and again.
I like that.
But people just like walk by. But it's attached to like the Lonesome Dove, which is this like really, really like ridiculously expensive swanky
Yeah,
restaurant.
they got like
hilarious.
elk and rabbit. and
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Exotic means
All kinds of truffle stuff.
ostrich.
Yeah,
Truffles.
me and Ryan, last time we played there, we went in because the outside bar like is like a abbreviated like burger menu, you know. We went in because we get like a meal stipend, and we were like we could probably get something, and like one thing would be like the entire meal stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's supposedly really really good. I'm not slandering the social.
supposed to be-
It's supposed to be
It
amazing.
is. I spent my entire pay on food there one time just because I wanted to eat well.
I believe you.
It was kind of worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it. So we got Social Dove and we're getting ready to do an album.
Yeah, we're hopefully gonna break ground here sooner rather than later. Need to it's hard getting 4 or 5 or 6 grown men in the same place at the same time sometimes.
It is.
Yeah, so but yeah, if you're out there, keep your eyes on that. We'll be posting about it.
And then we'll be all around this town this summer.
Mhm.
In fact, maybe in Market Square.
Yeah.
That was fun the other day.
Yeah, we should do that.
I haven't done that in a while, and
Mm-hmm.
it always feels good when you have a band that is like really good that can go out there.
Yeah.
And it proved to be worth our while as well. Like we made some good money doing that.
Yeah, it was good practice. And
Maybe like at a farmer's market or something like that.
Oh yeah. I love me some farmers markets.
Mhm.
Get you a love basket.
Pick you up a farmer.
Love basket.
What's a love basket?
You know what a love basket is?
No.
You gotta play more farmers markets. They just go around to the different vendors, and if they like the music, they'll throw something in the basket.
Oh man.
It's sick.
I
That's
played a
so
few
sick.
farmers markets, but maybe they didn't like us enough. Right?
Well, some of them don't do it.
You weren't worth the produce.
Oh my
Have y'all ever been to the
No
one?
bananas for you.
Have y'all ever been to the one in Chattanooga?
No.
No, I bet. Is it
It's
like?
like 2 football fields. It is
Oh,
a
wow.
huge farmers market, and everybody just comes out there every Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
We do one like that but we don't get a love basket for that one. But the tips are insane. But every once in a while we'll run into somebody that we know and they'll like run from their stand with like a jar of pickles or something like that.
Nice.
Nice. That's so sick. You and Kelly sort of play like the food truck circuit sometimes as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, let's give a shout
gonna
out
do
to
some of
y'all
those, too.
yeah.
Yeah, wilder things than us.
Wilder Things Than Us. Check them out too.
They shred so hard.
We
They
try.
do.
They really
And
shred.
y'all got stuff out on Spotify and YouTube,
We
right?
do under our previous moniker, My Girl, My Whiskey, and Me.
Why did you guys change that name?
We just wanted a different, like, you know, when you hear the name My Girl, My Whiskey, and Me, first thing that comes to mind is like, how am I doing? Not what we do,
Yeah.
but we also do some like, you know. So somebody expecting, you know, old Slewfoot and then coming in hearing like this progressive music. They're
You
gonna-
promised us whiskey music, you're giving that damn tequila,
Yeah,
man.
this is gin at best.
This is a pretentious mint julep in,
Yeah.
in the hands of a very wealthy landowner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are y'all playing anywhere soon? Or are y'all...
Well, we're doing that whole food truck circuit, which is like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pretty much everywhere. But if you just look up the what do they call that? The Chef's Workshop on Instagram, they have a schedule up there, and they'll give a little shout out whenever we're going to be there. And I think Blindhouse is playing a few of them too. So
Whenever we can. Yeah.
definitely.
Whatever faction of the band can make it. that
Yeah.
day.
Basically.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's play some more music and then we'll chat a little more. I gotta
Yeah.
Switch out my microphone again.
What do you guys want to play?
So y'all tell some
Dude,
jokes.
don't wait up.
Ooh,
Yeah, we could do. Actually, let's do something before. Don't. I would need to detune my guitar. I'll be right back, folks. Drop my glasses on the ground. It sounds so weird.
Did you say jokes?
Yeah, tell jokes.
Oh my God. may have told you guys this one, but so my wife Kelly, she's mad at me because I don't buy her flowers, and honestly, I didn't even know she sold flowers.
That one took a second.
Yeah. It's got the slow.
Yep.
trickle of
Slow
the joke.
burn. Dude, my shoes are so. You hear that?
Coming uncoiled.
It's so dead. Sorry for not.
Need to Venmo us so we can get more strings.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Want some feeling?
Sure.
Want some feeling?
That's for an A. Yeah. Alright, we'll adjust the singing volume as we go. Alright, you wanna kick this off? 1, 2, 3.
It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. But he cares anything about me. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. Fell in love in Cincinnati, loving dearly, she told me so. Love brings in all my money. Where she's gone to, I'll never know. It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. But he cares anything about me. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. Was that I was in Kentucky? My mama got daddy here. Mama's gone and so is daddy. And Kentucky is a long way from here. It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. But he cares anything about me. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. But he cares anything about me. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. It's a heavy load.
Sorry, I should have been more direct. Given more, a little bit
It's
more.
heavy.
Good. It's a heavy load. Would you guys call us a bluegrass band?
Some
Like, we just play 2 bluegrass tunes, but like not a lot of what we write is bluegrass.
We're sort of bluegrass.
pseudo
Newgrass.
grass.
We could do it if we had to.
Alright.
So I want to
Just did.
I want to know about y'all's musical influences, like when it comes to like writing and performing. Like, who do you look up to? Start with you, Ryan.
With me?
Yeah.
I would say right now 2 of my faves are Adrian Linker from Big Thief and
She's
Nick
awesome.
Drake from 60s
Mm-hmm.
folk, and also just love jazz in general, like
Mhm.
like a lot of like Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Thelonious Monk, but like incorporating that into acoustic music.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What about you?
I feel the exact same way about that.
yeah.
I'm tangential. I love jazz, but like my knowledge is like very tangential because I don't really play jazz too much, I need to. I feel like knowing jazz will make me better at everything else that I do. So I should learn to play jazz. What
We'll
about?
do some standards.
Yeah, we need to. What about you, George? Who would you cite as your biggest Mando influence and
Man influence, hands down, Chris Daly.
Yeah.
Anything he touches is solid gold.
Mm-hmm.
As far as songwriting is concerned, I'm a huge fan of System of a Down.
Nice.
I really, I just dig those like, basically anything in like harmonic minor is just like so cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of speaks to my soul.
Their music is also very cultural. They use a lot of like Armenian themes and stuff.
Yeah,
in
and they're
their
very
music.
passionate too. I mean, it's
I love their politics. Yeah.
exactly any sort of thing like that. Like I play a lot of Irish music, and you know most of them are like killing English.
I would say, like, yeah, I've never been into metal. And
Yeah.
You've never been a metal guy?
No,
That
I
shocks
was
me a
always
little
into
bit.
punk rock.
Okay.
Like I like fast and that's. But once it got heavy, I was like, not into it. But as soon as I heard System of a Down, I was like, wait, hold up.
Yeah,
They're pretty I would even consider them to be like new metal.
yeah.
Because they're sort of a contemporary.
It's almost
Oh yeah, I would say so.
It's almost prog metal. Yeah, like they're just like their own. I love them so much. I would have to say they're some of my best influences as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I've been getting into lately is like I've been getting into like a little bit more punk rock stuff, like but more on like the hardcore side.
Like Bad
Really?
Brains, kind of.
Bad Brains, like Terror, Turnstile, and even on the metal side, stuff like Kubla Khan and stuff like that.
I've heard of Kubla Khan.
They're good. They just put I think it was like last year or something, they put out a really good EP.
Kubla Khan.
Kubla Khan.
I'm minor threat and Misfits.
Nice.
That's what started it all. And then since then, I've played in so many different bands and listened to so many. I don't even know what my influences are anymore. Because like I have to constantly learn new stuff all the time, and I see beauty in everything.
Yeah, same.
I've learned Chet Atkins songs where I'm like, that's some good writing.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and that's Rod Stewart songs. Like,
Yeah, dude. I'd say like I've been doing a lot of soul searching and songwriting lately, and I have a lot of influences when it comes to that. Our buddy Joe Troop is a huge influence on me. I love him, and I love his politics, and I love his passion and his just ability. But also, like, I'm slowly learning that Ryan has sort of become one of my biggest influences.
Aww.
Like, I know that's very sweet, but like it's just like spending time with, because I had never written songs before he and I started hanging out, and just sort of spending time with him, I'm sort of like picking up on process things and
Yeah.
like things that he does that I think are cool, and it's just like being around him was sort of a big like jumping off point for me, and I think that's pretty cool. It being somebody that you know what I mean.
It just occurred to me that people listening might not know that there's a person here named Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan's right next to me.
Yeah,
Mr. Ryan.
Because we had our pseudonyms.
No.
Except for me, everybody knows
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I'm Doug Ryan, that's Ryan Dunaway, Will Russ, and George Collier, we're Blind House.
I'm the Wilburs.
Yeah, the Will Russ.
But yeah, it's funny. Like I've got so many outside influences, but there's so many local influences that have influenced me way more.
It's the people the company that you keep sort of
Yeah.
makes you who you are, you know what I mean?
And that, people like Zach Miles, and like that's one of these guys that constantly blows my mind.
I love his stuff. Yeah.
There's a dude named, what's his name? He's got this really soulful voice and he plays piano. It's
He's a local guy.
Brady Turner is his name.
Okay.
Brady Turner. I don't know.
I don't
Dude,
know.
he's something else. He's got like this beautiful, soulful voice. He just released an EP of covers that you guys should go check out. He's so good. I've not met you, dude, but I want to because you're awesome. If you're listening,
All right.
yeah.
I'll call him Brady Turner.
I hope that's his name. I might have gotten it wrong.
I never want to see that duck guy ever.
His name's Brandon Johnson, actually.
We all want to play another
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you want to switch instruments, or like what do you want to do?
What? You want to play? Let's play one of your tunes.
Okay. Oh, you want to do rain check?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do rain check. Hang on, let me go grab my picks.
I'll tell you all a joke while we're getting situated. Somebody asked the bass player in a band if he was tired of being outshadowed by the lead guitar player, to which the bass player replied, "Who?"
I don't get it.
I don't necessarily get it either. I actually asked ChatGPT for bass jokes.
That's
That
hilarious.
was kind of the funniest one I got out of it.
That's interesting. Who?
I started using ChatGPT recently to quell my overwhelming loneliness to feel like I'm talking to somebody.
Oh yeah, it works.
That's
You can
hilarious.
also use it for school projects.
Oh wow.
You can run it through programs.
Not that I ever would.
I had a friend use it to make a sea shanty. It was kind of
That's great. I might try to use it to help me write a song. I don't think that's cheating. I think it's just like you're just
I will
using a
say-
tool.
I've already tried it, and I know multiple people who have tried. Lyric-wise, it's not quite there.
I understand.
Like it may like
Give you like a jumping off.
yeah, it'll
point.
jumpstart some ideas, but you're gonna have to mess with it quite a bit.
All right. Well, this song is called Rain Check, and I sort of began this song on my own, and then I kind of got hung up and brought it. Me and Ryan sort of hammered it out together, and I think it's a pretty cool. You can hear both of us in the song, and I think that's really cool. So it goes like this.
Harmony's actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, that's
I'm still shaky on that first starting note on the second part. That part's fine, but then like, why should I waste my time?
Yeah, you have the hardest part
Yeah.
out of all of us. on that scene.
I was impressed. You made the harmonies click through the game.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Nice. We're trying our best. Yeah.
We're gonna sound like a metal band.
Which, by the way, if anybody out there wants to run sound for me while I do these things for free, that would be awesome. You'd be on the ground floor of a wonderful experience, and it may turn into money and success. I don't know. It depends on how hard you work. So.
True.
What did you guys do this week?
There's a hole in my shirt.
What did I do this week? I played in the Gamelan ensemble today.
Oh wow,
I went
that's
to a
so
master
cool.
class on Gamelan.
Did you get to play a gamelan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which a gamelan is a broad term because it's multiple
It's like a bell
instruments.
or a gong kind of thing.
Well, the gamelan is the entire ensemble of
Oh. So it's sort of like saying like woodwinds.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I played with the orchestra. Like
The
the
ensemble,
gamelan is an
yeah.
orchestra.
Oh,
It's
wow.
actually the largest musical ensemble besides the Western Orchestra to exist in history.
That's
Wow.
cool as shit. I love that. Will showed us some videos of that. I didn't, because me and George didn't know what it was, but it's intense.
It was like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it.
That's literally exactly what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
What did you play?
We rotated around, so I got to play the big gong. I played like the larger xylophone looking thing. I played some of the smaller xylophone looking things, and then they have this thing. It's like a assortment of gongs that go from larger to smaller that are laying down. Like and that's like the lead portion of
Oh,
the
yeah.
gong.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so sick.
That part, and we had a guy from Bali who was showing us like the stuff he does on it. It's like.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like some of the crazy, even all the drummers in the class were geeking out. They were just like, man, that's just like far beyond anything that American drummers do.
that's amazing.
Was it oh yeah, so like there's like bass and there's like lead and there's like harmony and
Yeah.
there's like percussion
And then
elements
there's
of it.
bells, and yeah.
That's
I wouldn't really like. I don't think there's it's very non-Western at all. Like,
Yeah, there's not.
There's
Very
like
rhythmic.
the harmony and like I wouldn't. It's
Melodies,
unlike
yeah.
nothing. It's
Yeah.
like nothing I would see.
They explained it to us though, like if each instrument has two identical looking instruments, but they're tuned slightly off.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
They're tuned like 2 and 10 cent steps off, and that's the way he said it.
Whoa, that's
And so when you hear
That's
the
so
sound
specific.
waves together, though, you hear this wom 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 wom.
The sympathetic tone takes over, kind of.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
and that's why they do it, and it puts you in like a trance. Like
That's
when we were
weird.
playing these loops, I was just like really zoning out on it.
That's awesome.
That sounds fun.
George, you just said the phrase that the sympathetic tone takes over.
Yeah.
That reminds me of an AJJ song. It's like, your parasympathetic nervous system reacts. You're in fight or flight mode. You guys remember Andrew Jackson Jihad?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, Andrew AJJ.
I never heard.
Not AJR, that's a different thing. They're like folk punk. But like nerdy folk, like
Yeah.
nerdy guy folk punk, not
They
like
remind me of
Christy
Mountain
Rick.
Goats a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little bit darker than the Mountain Goats, I
Do you
think.
think so?
Yeah, maybe a little,
There's
only a
this
little
song by
bit.
Mountain Goats. It's like, I hope you die. I hope we both die.
I saw them at Big Ears. Like,
Really?
at least
That
just
makes
for,
sense.
because I don't
That
really know
makes
the Mountain Goats very well, but I saw them just for a moment
Yeah.
at Big Ears. They were
They
pretty cool.
play big ears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you go see them, Brian?
I've been getting over a sinus infection, man. It hit me like right during Big Ears too. It was a
Oh,
lot.
What was the coolest thing that you saw at Big Ears? Because we saw some cool stuff together. I don't know
Yeah.
what you saw when you.
Who was the free jazz show that I saw you at?
Oh man, they were called something entanglements. It was like, oh man,
Was it the one with the interpretive dances and like the
it was the same band that played with that.
It wasn't
That was called More Mother, I think.
It wasn't that.
It
same
was
performance
the
thing?
it was the band of More Mother, I
Okay.
think. Something entanglement.
Quantum entanglement.
Yes, something along those lines.
But yeah, they were pretty cool.
But Pino Palladino was up there for me. That was crazy.
That was I can't remember like a lot of melodic things about that, but I remember how it made me feel, and it made me feel really good.
They apparently played it pretty true to the album, so like if you listen,
I might have to do that.
Yeah.
And what I just said, sort of, because like going into Big Ears, I didn't really know anything about like avant-garde stuff, and I kind of didn't really get it very much. But I sort of discovered, like after seeing John Zorn just like basically scream through a saxophone while the drummer for Slayer was like going ham, and some bass player was
cool.
just
Yeah, that's
like,
the essence.
It's like throat singing.
I could like pull up my phone and like play it, but it was nuts. But like I don't remember a lot of like what it sounded like, but it made me feel like it was like a really intense feeling, and I was like, okay, I kind of get it now. Like it's not about how it sounds, it's about like how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
I came to a realization that avant-garde music comes from people who have been trained in music or attempted to train with music, and they get frustrated, and it's like, can I just express myself and not follow these damn rules?
Yeah.
I get that.
Also, you look at the instrument and you're just like, yeah, that's where the notes are technically, but that's a thing.
This is a noise. Yeah.
There's all the extended
And that's,
techniques.
most of the people I know who are like any good at, if you can be good at avant-garde or weird music like that, they were people who went through jazz school or something, and they're just so tired of rules. They get out there.
I think it definitely sort of does take at least like a fundamental understanding. Like, of course, someone who's never played guitar before could like do the exact same thing. You know what I mean? But like,
Maybe
I
not
feel
exact.
No, like they could do it, right? But I think
But they couldn't repeat it.
Exactly.
no, they wouldn't. I don't know. There's a lot of communication and stuff like that you learn through playing
sure.
music and stuff like
Playing
that.
with another musician, yeah.
So the last show at Big Ears was a John Zorn piece called Cobra, and it was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, John Zorn is this avant-garde composer I can't really like describe. He's got such a weird and like illustrious career, but like it's essentially a game. There's like how many people? Like 20?
There's close to 20 people.
20 musicians all like in an arc on the stage. There's like 4 drum sets, like 5 guitars, a couple upright basses, 2 pianos, like a vibraphone, and it's like a game that they're playing. John Zorn will stand up in the middle and he'll hold up signs. I don't know what the signs mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard. Like you're spending the whole time trying to like decipher how they're communicating with each other, but they'll raise their hand and like have little moments with each other. Meanwhile, like they're all just kind of making noise. There's no form, there's no nothing, and it was the strongest emotion that I've ever felt, like seeing a live.
Oh, wow.
It was insane.
It was pretty.
Pretty
wild.
It was unreal, dude. Like it actually kind of changed. It kind of like morphed my brain a little bit. Like I kind of like look at music a little bit differently after seeing that. It was really cool.
And that's, like getting hit in the face with a Bach concerto can be equally as powerful as an onslaught of
Agreed.
chaotic
Hard agree.
musicians just putting everything they have into hitting nonsense. That can be equally as entertaining and
Hard
more
agree.
emotional.
For sure, dude.
Controlled nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan now. I'll be going to Big Ears no matter what.
Well, I've got 2 12-tone pieces that I'm going to propose to this band.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're going to try some 12-tone music.
That sounds awesome. I need to learn my modes.
Not with 12-tone.
Not for that.
Nope.
It's all the notes.
It's all. That's the coolest thing about 12-tone music is your fingers go to places they don't go to.
Yeah.
There's finger virginity.
I didn't like that. What do you guys want to play?
Yes.
Do you want to do? You're holding a guitar, but you do bats.
Sure. I gotta change my tuning real quick.
Yeah, we could get into the bats mode. Tell us a little bit about this song, Ryan, because I introduced this song on stage, but I just sort of introduced it from like my experience with it. Do you want to talk to us about your experience with this tune?
What kind of bats? The winged kind or like the little
We're
slippers?
talking fruit bats through and through.
Fruit bats through and through.
It's like it's an older song that I wrote, and probably like 4 5 years ago, but it's one that I've kind of stuck with, and I felt like it kind of fit this instrumentation because we've only been playing together for about, well, with George for a few months, but with Duck and Will for a little over a year.
Yeah.
But it kind of, I feel like it fits this instrumentation nice, and it's a long song, but it's like
Motion.
it's got a lot of motion and it builds, and it's about having a connection with someone you first meet, but also having like a conflicting feelings. I won't go too deep into why.
Yeah.
I love the very first line, one big guy line.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it really stuck out to me. The first one was like, I have no idea what that means. And then I went head to head with my son.
Oh, dude, that's
gosh,
beautiful.
that is so adorable.
Yeah.
It was like amazing.
You gotta get pretty close.
Your forehead's got a touch.
And like this, I think that song could it could be like applied to a lot of different, like some lines are very like non-romantic specific,
Exactly.
about like connections, and I think like this song lyrically is very cool to me. Actually, Ryan, Kukuli called me the other day and asked me to like fill in for them at a like little tiny fundraiser, and I just played like a little solo set, and I played that for the first
You
time.
did? Yeah, how did it go?
It was great. Like I finished the tune. This song is really hard to play and sing because like the syncopation of like the guitar part does not fully match up with the vocal lines a lot of the time, and it's kind of tough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine so.
And there's a lot of words too. So, but I played it and it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
Cool. Well, yeah, we'll play it for you. I might have to get
Yeah,
this
you can use mine if you want. It don't matter.
Yeah.
George, you're actually a little hot. Would you mind like maybe moving the microphone a little bit away from you?
Yes.
There.
Here, we'll just do this then.
Cool.
We'll
Perfect.
share the hot mic.
Sorry for the noise, y'all. This is bad radio.
That sounds good.
I should tell you. Do I have to? I should tell you. Do I have to? I should tell you. Do I have to? I have to tell you, I have to try, even if it cuts the tie. I have to tell you, I have to try, even if it cuts the tie. I have to.
Yeah.
Shit.
Man, you'll have to forgive my voice.
Dude, I was actually gonna say your voice sounds really cool right now.
Yeah, I just got over a sinus infection. I'm still kind of getting over it.
Yeah.
It's a little wacky.
Brian, tell me a little bit about like the structure of that song. How did you sort of arrive to like the like going to basically into a different song? Like where did that come from? Because I've seen you do that a couple times in some of your songs where you just sort of like change things. Where did that come from? Do you recall specifically?
I just felt so like there's a few artists I like that do stuff like that, like form-wise for songs, and the main one I can think of off the top of my head is Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah.
He likes to add like an outro, and but there's tons of artists that do that. But that was kind of, I would say when I wrote that song, I was listening to a lot of Sufjan, and
I could see that.
his stuff, like the way he would create an outro that's like adjacent to the like earlier part of the song, and
What is that one? Come on, Philly, Illinois, and Carl Sandburg. This is being a dream.
oh yeah,
That's like
I would say like yeah, that's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
I want to cover that song.
Yeah, come on, feel
You
it.
guys.
Nice. But I would say like the album Carrie and Lowell has a lot of
That's a
like
great
almost
album.
every song has like an outro like that. But I just felt like I wanted one more thing at the end, and then that kind of like that's kind of how.
Yeah, dude, I love that song for lots of reasons, because like it had like, no problem, man. Like, it had like a really cool impact on my life, because when I first heard it, like when you showed it to me the first time, I literally was like, oh shit, like I have to like, I need to like think more about my music. I need to like basically just do whatever I want. Like if I have an idea, just do it. And because I was so worried about like doing bluegrass or doing like something.
Style,
Like I was so worried about style and form and things like
Gotta
that.
keep the train going, man.
But like, I don't think that way. You know, I
Most people don't.
most
in
people
general.
don't. And like I love, like my brain is very like one thing to the next. So I like, what I loved about that song was like it like quickly turned into something else.
Yeah.
But like I talk big shit about this song on stage, but like it really did like get my ass going, because like I had never heard anything like that before.
Only thing is we need a sign to be held up that says "Don't clap."
Don't clap.
I got you.
Right in that
Give me a
pause.
sign,
It was-
I'll hold
it
it
was
up.
nice.
It's such
to
a
get the
powerful
moment.
pause if they let it happen. Like,
We could make one. That sounds fun. We could hold up a sign that says.
but I'm just like, maybe we need to do an announcement before the song. Like, there will be a pause. And don't clap.
It's kind of funny. I think it's funny though, because like
It is amusing because it happens every time.
It's sort of an epic moment,
yeah.
you know?
When I used to play this like solo, I would like tease the audience about it. Like I'd be like,
Oh, just make
I'd
it
be like,
pause
"Gotcha."
even longer.
Just
Just like
Gotcha.
pause for like a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
yeah.
I used to do that on a cover. We used to cover it. We still do cover it, but Space Oddity.
Oh, we do.
Like,
Yeah, me and George played that at when we played
We
as
played
a,
that song too.
we played as a
Good
duo,
one.
and that wasn't like, I'm gonna talk about how I met George
That's
first,
so funny.
because it was pretty. I'm actually gonna stand over here. I'm gonna talk about how I met George for a second, because
Whoa.
Jesus Christ, this is such bad radio. I was working on a food truck, and he and his wife were playing out at that food truck park, and I heard them just tearing it up. So I went over there and gave them my number, and they actually hit me up, which was really cool. And I came back to the same place maybe like a week or two after that, and they were like, "Yeah, we can play a couple tunes, you know, whatever." And I get there, and he's like, "Do you know Space Oddity?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what? Yeah, of course." And he's like, "Cool. Do you know Airbag by Radiohead?" And I was like, "What the? What? Why do you know that song?" And because me and Ryan had been playing Airbag together, and I was just like, "We gotta like link
Yeah.
up." That was just a really cool moment, and now he's here, and and it really sort of elevated us to the next level. So
We recorded a video of ourselves playing that song, Airbag,
yeah,
and just a cell phone video. And some dude from Japan who plays the drums hit us up and was like, "Can I play drums over this?" And I was like,
Oh, cool.
"Yeah."
That's
So we
awesome.
got this like Japanese dude playing drums over it on
That's so
YouTube,
sick.
and it
That's
sounds
so
so
cool.
good.
That's
awesome.
really cool.
oh my god,
Heck yeah. Well, we're about running out of time here, y'all.
Chit chat.
We got time for one more tune.
Let's do it.
you want to do Don't Wait Up?
Yeah, let's do
And if y'all are just tuning out or tuning in, it sucks for you because you missed everything.
it.
But you'll get one more song. Tune in next week. I got Jake Gray in here. He's gonna play the stuff that you and I recorded on Ryan.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You guys recorded on something?
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't even really remember, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
It's his record Road Hard.
Yeah,
Road
that's, I
Hard.
went into the studio and he threw like
Sounds
6 songs at me and was
provocative.
just like,
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
but
When was that?
we're brought to you by, I gotta give the shout outs to Union Place Bar and Grill, Raven Records and Rarities. Thank you for tuning in to Real Knoxville Music, and stay tuned. I'm getting ready to graduate, and we're gonna overload this system with all kinds of fun local music.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start DJing. We're gonna party in the Sunsphere today.
We should throw a party up here.
Yeah. So
No, that's my graduation party will be in the Sunsphere.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna talk about this song for just a second.
Yeah.
This song is I wrote this song for a friend of mine who passed away a couple of years ago in a car accident, and this is sort of like the culmination of me wanting to like express the feelings that I had somehow, and also wanting to like, you know, do something for her family. So this song is like really, really special to me, and when we record it, I want to like pay really, really close attention to it, just to like get it just right. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's not like my song. It's like it's a gift that I gave to somebody else.
That's
And,
awesome.
thank you. And I find myself doing that a lot with my songs. You know, I like giving people things, and I think this is about as close to my soul as you can get. So I think a song is a good thing to give somebody.
Don't wait upon it, taking your time. I know you want to get there, it's worth a try. Lean on porch light on the side. I see you through my window. And I know it hurts to let go. And I miss you more than you know. Don't wait upon me. I'll see you when I get home. I'll see
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta plug my microphone back in.
We still live?
Still live. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Base Jam live from the Sunsphere. We are Blind House. Come check us out Saturday at the Social Dub. And we got an album on the way. And that's it.
You wanna hit him with Hawkins Mule?
Yeah, let's do Hawkins Mule.
Yeah.
We're gonna play more music.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Brought to you by Union Place Bar and Grill and Reagan Records and the Rarities. Tune in next week. Jake Gray will be here, and stay tuned on Real Knoxville Music all the time for all your favorite Knoxville music. All right, good night, everybody. This has been Blind House. Oh yeah.
That was solid, y'all.
We did it. Yeah, thank y'all for doing all that. That wasn't easy.